Hello, my friends, hello, and welcome once again to the exciting Vaughn Manor and another action-packed Hall of Adventure today. Yes, it's Hall of Adventure once again. What amazing books have found their way into the manor this week? Roger's been a little bit busy this week. He's gotten a couple things. Let's see what he got. Okay. He finally got a comic book. Good job, Roger. Finally got a comic book, this guy. So he got this one. This is Avengers Epic Collection number 8, volume 8. This is Kang War, which has the issues of the Avengers that came out from 1974 through 1976. Avengers numbers 129 through 149 and giant size Avengers 2 through 4. So this is pretty cool. This has been a missing piece of the Avengers Epic Collections that we've been waiting on. So this is really awesome. I'm very happy to get this, so that's really cool. Yeah, Avengers Epic Collection, Kang War. That's really awesome. So that's the first thing that came in. Got a few books that came in here. I got a few paperback books that are Edgar Rice Burroughs books. You know, I collect Edgar Rice Burroughs. So even though I have every single Edgar Rice Burroughs book, I like to get multiple editions. And then I found on eBay, or Roger did. You know, I don't buy too many books, but Roger saw on eBay that there was a lot of the Edgar Rice Burroughs books that were published by Dover. So I said, okay, I'll get that. So I got 4 Edgar Rice Burroughs books from Dover, and this is the first one. This is A Princess of Mars and A Fighting Man of Mars, and this was published back in the 60s, I believe, 64? Yeah, this is from 1964. And so Dover published these 2 novels, and it's inexplicable why they published A Princess of Mars, the first volume of the Mars series, and A Fighting Man of Mars, which is the 7th novel in the Mars series. I mean, why not just publish 1, 2, and 3? Why publish 1 and 7? Because at the end of A Princess of... I mean, if you're just reading through the book, at the end of Princess of Mars, there's like almost a cliffhanger. And, you know, A Fighting Man of Mars is number 7. And so things are completely different when you get to that book as far as Barsoom, the planet Mars, is concerned, and John Carter. So strange. It was strange that they decided to do that, but it's an excellent book. And, you know, I didn't have this one, so I'm glad I've got that. This volume makes more sense. This is 3 Martian novels by Edgar Rice Burroughs. So this has the 4th, 5th, and 6th books in it. This has Thuvia, Maid of Mars, The Chessmen of Mars, and the Mastermind of Mars. And it's got the ape, the white ape of Mars there with its 4 arms, throwing somebody. I hope that wasn't poor John Carter. Actually, John Carter doesn't play a huge part in these. These are all John Carter's relatives that are in these. So Thuvia, Maid of Mars, his son Carthoris is the main character in that one. So, but this is a really cool book. These Dover editions were cool because they published all of the illustrations from the original printings, which is really cool because some of these illustrations are really, really good. So that was awesome. This next one, I'm pretty sure I already have this, but I've got it again. This is At the Earth's Core, Pellucidar, and Tanner of Pellucidar. I'm pretty sure I already have this, I think. But I think the cover was a little different. So, you know, there's my excuse for that one. This one, I had this, but I sent away my copy of this to somebody else, and so I decided to replace it. This has The Land That Time Forgot and The Moon Maid, which were published. Both of those were series that were published in multiple paperbacks, but this has everything of The Land That Time Forgot and The Moon Maid in this one handy volume. So that was cool. That is my Edgar Rice Burroughs stuff from Dover. I also got a couple other Edgar Rice Burroughs books, like this one. This is The Synthetic Men of Mars, which of course I had, but I didn't have this paperback edition of it. I didn't have this exact one, so I got that. And also, Conan of Venus. I was horrified going through my Edgar Rice Burroughs books the other day when I was going through the Vault of Ancient Science Fiction, and I realized I only had one copy of Conan of Venus. Only one paperback copy, and it wasn't this one. It was in English. Was it from Sphere? I can't remember. But I only had one copy of Conan, and that just will not do. So I had to get this one, which is one that I wanted anyway because I like the Frazetta cover. This is really awesome. So yeah, that's my other Conan of Venus that I got. So I got all of that stuff. Then I got 3 issues of The Shadowed Circle. The Shadowed Circle. And this is basically a fan magazine, an indie fan magazine about the Shadow, the pulp hero, the Shadow. This has a bunch of articles in it about that character. I love the Shadow. This has a review of James Patterson's awful update of the Shadow, and basically Henry Lopez, who wrote the article, says it's crap, which is the same thing that everybody else says about that horrible book. But there's all kinds of other cool articles and stuff. So I got the first 3 issues. This is the second issue here, has all these cool Shadow covers on the back. And here on the back of the second issue, we've got the Shadow and Doc Savage. That's really cool. That's pretty cool. I love all of this cool stuff, and this article is really cool. This is the Shadows New York. It's an article about New York and what it was like when the Shadow was there, you know, working. So yeah, the Shadow Circle. That's pretty cool. I got those. I got a few other things. A few other things. So I got the Survivalist The Quest. This is the 3rd of Jerry Ahern's Survivalist novels, and I didn't have this one. I have a bunch of them, but I didn't have this one. I have some holes in my collection, and I'm thinking I'm probably going to go through this whole series. So I've got the Survivalist Volume 3, The Quest. The Quest. There's our Survivalist there with his head merging into this giant Survivalist head, with the mushroom cloud going on and his glasses there. That's what's going on in the Survivalist. He's trying to survive the nuclear holocaust. So yeah, I got that. I also got this Women of Wonder, science fiction stories by women, about women, edited and with an introduction and notes by Pamela Sargent. This cover is terrible, but it does have some good stuff in here. Kate Wilhelm's in here. Ursula K. Le Guin is in here. Vonda N. McIntyre is in here. Anne McCaffrey is in here. There's a bunch of really great writers in this book. And so, of course, Roger got it. Now, remember, Roger, this is vintage science fiction, and we're only getting enough vintage science fiction now to fill 2 more boxes. I thought it was 1 box. It's 2 and oh, apparently Roger's telling me that the boxes that I ordered to put the vintage science fiction in, the weatherproof boxes, they come 2 boxes to a pack. So 2 more boxes of vintage science fiction. It's all very logical. So yeah, Women of Wonder, this will go into one of those boxes, as will 17 Times Infinity. Great science fiction stories. This is edited by Groff Conklin, who was the king of science fiction anthologies back in the day. I'm sure this is probably 50s or 60s. When did this come out? 1963. This is a 1963 anthology from Dell that has stories by Isaac Asimov, Ray Bradbury, Howard Fast, Theodore Sturgeon, Rudyard Kipling, okay, E.M. Forrester, Frederick Fole, and others. So, looks like an excellent anthology. This will go in with my vintage science fiction. Excuse my horrible dog in the other room making noise again because she knew I was making a video. So, you know, why not make a bunch of noise? Why not? Why not? So, I've got a few more things. A few more things. I didn't get too much this week, but a few. So, this book I was actually very happy to get. This is The World Set Free by H.G. Wells. This, I don't think I've ever seen a copy of this in print. And I've actually never read this one, The World Set Free by H.G. Wells. It's one of his rarer books. I must have this in ebook form. I must. But I was really happy to find this in print. Who did this? Who published this? This was published by the Mitt Press, Cambridge, Massachusetts. So, yeah. It's from the Radium Age book series. The Radium Age apparently was before the Golden Age. And The World Set Free is from that time. So, a rare book by H.G. Wells. So that is awesome. I was very happy to get that. And so finally I got this book. Finally I got this. Susanna Clarke, Paranisi. Paranisi. Everybody says this book is great. I don't know that I've seen a review of this that was bad. Everybody seems to really like this book. So I thought, you know what? I pretty much said, I think I told Gina Stanyer that I was going to get this book like a long time ago. And look, Gina, I finally got it. It's Susanna Clarke's Paranisi. It's supposed to be magnificent and great and fantastic and all of those good words. So here I finally have it, Susanna Clarke's Paranisi. That's awesome. Yeah, I've got that. So this next one's really cool. I got 2 more books left. Just 2. See, it's not a huge haul this week. 2 more books. I have got a swashbuckling adventure, which, you know, fits for Halls of Adventure here. This is The Seahawk by Raphael Sabatini. The Seahawk, that's the Seahawk there looking all awesome on the cover. So The Seahawk by Sabatini. Now, Sabatini, of course, is the... I hate my dog. Anyway, I don't. But Sabatini, of course, is the guy who wrote Captain Blood. He wrote these swashbuckling adventure stories, and this is supposed to be one, and this is one I have not read. So, The Seahawk, that's awesome. I would like to read this right now, but it's Garbogist, and I don't think The Seahawk qualifies as a Garbogist book, unfortunately. Now, this next one definitely doesn't qualify for that. This next one is the best thing that I got this week. You know, I always save the best for last, and this is really awesome. It's a really nice copy of this book that I was really happy to find, and this is the collected writings. It's very shiny. The collected writings of Ambrose Bierce. The collected writings of Ambrose Bierce is this nice old hardcover edition of all this stuff by Ambrose Bierce. It has In the Midst of Life, Tales of Soldiers and Civilians. It's got The Devil's Dictionaries in there, Can Such Things Be, Fantastic Fables, all kinds of stuff in this collection. So this is a pretty extensive collection of Ambrose Bierce. So yeah, it's great. And when did this come out? This, I think, is an older book. Is this 1960s? Actually, this is the 5th printing of this book from 1957. And it was printed by the Citadel Press. The Citadel Press did this book. It's really beautiful. And I'm really happy that Roger found it for me. Thanks, Roger. So, yeah, all this cool stuff for Halls of Adventure. And now I'm going to get out of this getup because it's really, really, really hot today. Okay, guys, I will catch you next time.